You come to the house at Good Service Bill and buy from Mike Birch Ford, and we'll give you 5 free oil changes following 36,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty.
If you're looking for an incredible deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle from the dealer who has always put you first, stop the search. Call the all-new Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear.
This is Sammy Dixon saying thank you. Thank you very much for your business.
Are you thinking of selling your home or business? Hi, I'm Gloria, and as a realtor, I know that getting rid of the clutter in your home is one of the best ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
They're cool, clean, and secure.
105.5 FM in Jessup, WYFO FM Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. Here we are early on this. It is a Friday morning. The Friday morning, what is the day? 17th? Day 17th? 18th? 17th. 17th day of June. We're all sitting around looking at each other. What day is it? It's the 17th day of June, and you're listening to 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO. High today in the mid-90s. Going to be very hot today. Heat index way over 100, so be careful outside. Luckily, things will cool down tomorrow. And the Omaha Harbor doubles at 6.7 feet and starting to rise again. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Drury Diesel in downtown Jessup, by Parker Insurance and Realty on Bacon Street, and by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. And Bob, a lot of big news going on, and we got the sheriff in here this morning. Tell us all about it.
They got 2 stories going on that we just want the sheriff to come in and kind of update. We'll start with the missing person report that we got on Monday. Again, Mr. Patel was last seen by his family on Monday at 5 p.m. at his home at 118 Rugglestone Drive. Sheriff still missing. They found a vehicle, but wasn't connected to him. So kind of update us on where they think Mr. Patel might be, and if you got any leads on how's that going? How's the search for Mr. Patel going?
Well, first, good morning, and I'm glad to be here with you. But on Mr. Patel, we're still following up any leads we can get. Right now, it's we don't have anything new. We're still looking. We're still going over evidence that we had and making sure we didn't miss anything. And we're still trying to find new. We're talking with the family and trying to find out anything that maybe we haven't covered yet. But right now, that's where we are with that. We're in one way glad that it wasn't the vehicle, it wasn't his that we pulled out of the river, but
that was pulled out of the river. I mean, why that?
It was my understanding it was stolen out of Brantley County.
Okay, so
and I'm not sure what year, 2005, I think they said, but I'm not positive on that.
So that was just a stolen vehicle ditched in that river. That's what you're telling me,
right? It was.
Well, the story we got from the Patels is that, like I said, most people know him. He runs the convenience store up here on Sunset Boulevard, but the daughter says he left earlier than he normally does, didn't take the money bag, didn't open the store, so that seems unusual. Also heard stories that he's on some kind of medication, that he didn't take the medication. Is there any truth to that?
He had some medical issues, and I'm not sure what they were. I don't know about the medication part, but we do know, some habits that he didn't follow. Normally, like he said, he left the house usually an hour earlier than he normally does, and that type of thing, and didn't carry the money to open the store with. That's highly unusual, and but those are things that you can read into or infer a lot of things into that. Maybe his medical condition was there. You just don't know. We're real long on speculation, short on facts right now, as they say in the police world.
Well, everybody these days has a cell phone, and I know law enforcement can, call the phone and get a ping. I've heard stories about the phone was found. Was the phone found? Can you tell us where the phone was found at?
I have no knowledge that we found a phone. Now, the last ping we had was in that area while we searched that landing. the officers, the lead officers, which was Perry Morgan and Chris Hamilton in this case, the Criminal Investigation Task Force, they actually walked over there the night before and all through the area where those sloughs and different roads go into the swamp there.
So a phone was not found, would you tell me?
No, I'm not aware of any phone that was found,
Okay.
but we got our divers and our rescue team down there with we got sonar cameras, and that's how we found the vehicle with those cameras. But as you well know, the Omaha River is real murky, and you can't see probably more than a foot in front of your face when you get down any depth at all. So it's a tough job to try to locate. We found a vehicle, but we didn't know exactly what we had till we got it closer to the bank and up the landing where Johnson Landing is there in Long County.
So his 2003 black Honda Civic, that's been located. That's what you're telling me.
No, we haven't located the car yet.
You haven't located the vehicle.
No, we have not.
That's what he was last seen driving, a 2003 black Honda Civic. We've got the license plate AMU 4250. So that vehicle is still being looked for at this time.
Right, that's correct. That's the last vehicle we know that he was in.
Okay. Any leads at all? Have you got any?
Not right now. We're running short on leads. Like I say, we're still pursuing it. We're still trying to find out, looking at things that we've already done to make sure we didn't miss anything. If anybody's got any information, they need to contact Lieutenant Perry Morgan with the Jessup Police Department, or actually works with our Criminal Investigation Task Force. His office is actually at my office now. But contact him with any information you have on that.
Now, Sheriff John Carter in here with us this morning. Did he take his cell phone with him? Did the family find it, or does he have it with him?
I don't have
any idea?
I don't have no idea.
Okay, I was just wondering if that wasn't his cell phone that was found, or wasn't found, not found at all, if he did have it or whatever, because I'm sure that y'all be looking in that area.
I'm not familiar with any phone that's been
any
found.
Phone at all.
I'm familiar with a ping and a GPS location from a ping.
But that's it, huh?
That's all that I'm aware of.
Okay, all right.
You've been in law enforcement a long time. Are you suspecting foul play, or do you think he just that's a medication issue?
Well,
He's somewhere.
That's always a possibility, and it is in this case, but we haven't seen the indication of that at this point in the investigation.
Okay. So again, if anybody knows where Mr. Patel is, has seen the vehicle, again, what number should you just call the Sheriff's Department? Or
yeah, call the Wayne County Sheriff's Office at 427-5970 and ask for Lieutenant Perry Morgan.
Okay. Well, hopefully he'll be located, and again, hopefully people out there listening.
And you can call the police department as well at 427-1300, and they will put you in contact with Lieutenant Morgan.
And the other story we've been working on this week is the bank robbery, which took place at Sunset Boulevard. I'm sorry, at SunTrust Bank. And just this week, man walks in with a handgun, doesn't have a mask or anything, got a great photo of him. So if anybody's seen the photo, hopefully someone knows who he is. I'm sure you're getting leads on that. I'm sure people are saying, I know this person. Or
well, through social media, we've got a lot of people in contact, and that's always helpful. And we have made some contacts through that information that our investigation is carrying over into other counties now, and we believe that we will be able to solve this crime. Maybe it looks pretty good. We got some good information. I don't want to comment much further on that until we get a little bit more information on what we're working on now. And then the other counties that I just I didn't tell you what counties, but I'm just telling you there's some counties outside Wayne County we're looking at.
Before we get on here, we talked about the photo. One thing that was obvious, most people look at the photo and said that looks like a military haircut. You believe, is that what you?
That was my first impression when I saw it. And of course I was out like the majority of us. Everybody thinks we all go to the bank, but that's not true. We've got a plan. We hit every road we could, leading from there with the direction of travel that we had, and even going to other directions that he could have gone in. But personally, I was on the dirt roads looking to see if and after a rain, it was easy to see if anybody turned down, because a lot of times they do vehicle swaps in these things. But technology is great nowadays. Within about less than 30 minutes after the crime, we pretty much had that picture. Everybody that had a smartphone had that picture.
Right.
And and the quality of the picture, the camera system at SunTrust is absolutely great.
That was amazing.
The pictures are high quality.
Wow. So I'm sure if somebody knows that person, they're going to call and, turn him in. Hopefully we'll find him.
Well, like I said, we're working in other counties where we got some information that it might be a person in a different county, and that's what we're working on at this point in time. And of course, I can't say enough about the Jessup Police Department and Wayne County Sheriff's Office, GBI, everybody that was involved in this investigation. Of course, we, as is our protocol, we call the FBI. And of course, the FBI is pretty swamped right now with the thing in Orlando, and actually, the GBI processed the crime scene here because their FBI's crime scene tech was in Orlando, as you can well imagine. But anyway, it's we've had a good cooperation, and everybody's worked well together, and we're still working on it. And the lead investigator there again is Jessup Police Department, Detective Chris Hamilton, who is also a member of our Criminal Investigative Task Force, and his office too is at my office, but you can call our office at 427-5970 or the police department at 427-1300, and they can put you in touch with Detective Hamilton.
Did he get money just from one teller?
That's my understanding.
Okay, so he did all that for not really a whole bunch of money for some one
Probably
teller.
not. I don't know the amount at this time, and I probably wouldn't tell you if I did at this time.
Yeah, I know. But it just seems like, he goes in there and he's got his picture splashed everywhere. Eventually someone's going to find them.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Problem back the last bank robber, we never located him. Yeah, we never found. He was never located, was he?
He is at large. We had, the person we thought it was, it turned out to be not him. We got some. I say we. It was we were assisting Jessup Police Department because they were the lead agency. But matter of fact, I talked to Lieutenant Perry Morgan this morning about that to make sure I had the right information. I knew that we got DNA at the scene. I don't remember if it was, but I believe it was one of my detectives found a cigarette butt. Anyway, we were able to get DNA. I'll make a long story short. Well, he got arrested in Fort Walton Beach, and he had I don't know if he got out or escaped from them, but anyway, he left. And after he left, the DNA matched. So we have a whole different person. Therefore, Lieutenant Morgan had to go redo the warrants with the proper name. We got a positive ID. He is at large. He's still entered in the system. We are still looking for him, as is Fort Walton Beach, is my understanding. So we got an identity on him, and that's what I'm hoping we can do on this other guy. We may not catch him immediately, but if we can identify him, it's going to be, with today's technology, it's hard to stay running too long.
It's kind of unusual to walk in without a mask or anything, right? To do a bank robbery.
That was kind of unusual.
He's got to know cameras in there.
But there's a lot of places that they do that and get away with it sometimes.
We're pretty much certain he acted alone. Didn't have an accomplice waiting for him. Everything I've heard, he just walked out there.
I personally don't have any knowledge of anybody else involved with it, and most of the witnesses that I know of, the reports that I've read and looked at. Now, I haven't talked with each individual officer because, that's part of our investigation is interviewing everybody we can find around there and getting all the camera footage from any camera that's in the area and trying to, look at evidence that way.
Right. Description of the vehicle, we got a blue, it's either Impala or Malibu. So is that the best description?
That's the best description we have. That's correct.
Again, I asked you before we went on air, like I said, I got down to the bank and there's like 9 cop cars around, and I'm thinking, why do they have that many cop cars and then the bank robber's already gone? Why aren't they out? So they explained that to me. That's the obvious question I asked. I said, well, he's no longer here. He's gone.
Well, we went through.
To have that many cars down there.
We went through. What we do is try to saturate that area and talk to witnesses, get all we can. But at the same time, we got everybody else, including myself, out on the route out of Wayne County. You'd be surprised how many roads you can get out of Wayne County on. But we had officers all over the place out in the county, including the State Patrol was helping us. We had MCCD was helping us. We had a lot of different agencies. I know that my chief deputy was out. I think they went towards Scriven. I was on 301 South. I cut through Slover looking for any, where they may have swapped vehicles, which is common in this thing, and that happened. One of the bank robberies we had in Scriven years ago. We tracked them to Old Scriven Road by Troy Nichols Pond there. You know, that's when they tied the overholds up, and that was that particular crime. But that's we followed those, so it's not uncommon for them to steal a vehicle, rob the bank, and then swap into the vehicle that they want to get away in.
Right. Again, we'll continue to follow the source. Appreciate you coming in and update them. Anything else going on? I know the task force still working hard. A lot of drugs still being worked on.
We have, and you asked me last time we were on here, and I didn't have the tip line. I'm not sure we had it up and running, but our drug tip line is 912-427-3062. Again, that's 912-427-3062, and they are working hard. But some of the things I do want to mention is it's been in the paper. Y'all have had it on the air here, but that IRS scam is still, it's running rampant here. It may be on cell phones, it may be on your home phone, but it is a scam. The IRS will not call you and tell you to send them money. And they're certainly not going to tell you to send them money through Green Dot or tell you to go to Walgreens or CVS or any place like that and send money. They're just not going to do that. The other one that's going around is the Publishers Clearinghouse. That's they're calling. Now, they're not going to call and want you to pay them X number of dollars to get your prize. That's just not going to happen either. And they certainly ain't going to show up at your door if you send them $700 or $800. I guarantee that. Another thing I want to mention real quick, we had our Georgia Sheriff Youth Homes Golf Tournament, our Cuffs, Clubs, and Kids tournament back May 14th, and we about got all the funds coming in. We were just amazed, Donnie Ray and I, and our other promoters of this tournament. We just kept getting checks after the tournament. But right now we're at about $12,500. We're extremely proud of that. And speaking of that, we got the Touchdown Club Exchange Club tournament coming up next Saturday on the 25th.
Yes.
That's always a good tournament for charity, and I always try to support them, and I appreciate what they do, and appreciate where the funds go. It goes in our community into our football program, our sports programs, and mainly Touchdown Club, but we appreciate them.
That other program that we had a long kind of people with Fish for a Cure, I heard that went extremely well.
That always goes extremely well, and they do good. MCCD, there's a bunch of those guys that do that. I believe they're the ones that started it. Sheriff Nobles is highly involved with it, and they just do a tremendous job. And we were all there together on Long County side of the river the other day. We have a tremendous working relationship with Long County Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Nobles and all his fine people, and I appreciate them and the help they give us.
If you just joined us, Sheriff John Carter in studios again. Two big stories: the bank robber still at large, and also Mr. Patel still missing. So again, if anyone knows anything about either of those cases, again, call those numbers. The police department 427-1300, the sheriff's department 427-5970. What's the tip line again?
427-3062.
3062.
And the tip line to be used for what, Sheriff?
Well, you use it for anything, but drugs is what it's for.
The main thing is the drugs.
Yeah, that's going to go into our drug task force.
Okay. Is that anonymous, or how does that work?
You can do it anonymously. You certainly can.
All right. So the tip line is 427-3062, the drug tip line for the Wayne County Sheriff's Department.
The more information you give us, the better chance we have of solving the problem.
Right. Okay. Anything else, Sheriff?
Well, just, school's out, it's summer. I just want to caution everybody, you're out riding four-wheelers, you're in the water safety and four-wheeler or all-terrain vehicles. Just be golf carts too. Be careful. I just want all our kids, nobody to get hurt this summer, and have a great summer. It's just a wonderful time in Wayne County, but I want you to be safe.
Now, what about fireworks 4th of July? I know that in Georgia, can we buy the bigger, better ones in the 4th of July?
You've asked me a question I can't answer. I'm not sure. You can buy fireworks, but I'm not sure what you can buy.
I think they made it where you can buy some of the bigger, better ones around the major holidays, but I know that every year there's injuries reported from those. So it's just amazing the number of folks who try to buy those things and set them off and get hurt. Best thing to do is just going down to Scriven on July 2nd and watch the fireworks down there.
That's true. It's going to be a wonderful time. I've been in contact with Sheriff Hargrove. We're trying to make sure we got enough people, or he is, and I'm willing to assist them in whatever Scriven Police Department needs, or City of Scriven needs for that matter. We will be there for them and do everything we can, but don't ask me fireworks questions.
I didn't know you did. I didn't know.
Pyrotechnics is not my field of
expertise.
Sorry.
I didn't know.
Just need the fireworks to the professionals.
Yeah, these fireworks.
See, I don't know either, and we should know.
That's defensive information.
I just don't buy fireworks, so I didn't know.
Most of these, people don't know that most of these people that do these fireworks, they're trained. I mean, most of them are in Scriven, for example. The majority of them are the fire department.
Yeah, they do it themselves down there. Yeah,
but
they buy them themselves.
But they're all trained.
Yeah,
they don't just go out there and start, lighting fuses or anything. They're trained and they know what they're doing, and that's the difference. They do it safely and they understand what they're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't know what they're doing, they're very dangerous. That's that defensive end from George Giants. Look at his hand.
Yeah, I mean, it can hurt
Wasn't
you.
it two of them that did that during the summer?
One for sure, but my sister's pretty much ruined his career. So.
And it would be interesting. I don't know how many people go to the emergency room a year in Georgia alone, for fireworks injuries.
Yeah, but it used to be where you used to drive to South Carolina to get those bigger and better fireworks, so you could buy the little small sprinklers and stuff like that here. But I think in the state of Georgia you can buy fireworks around July 4th and around New Year's Eve here in the state of Georgia. Just those two or three times a year that you can buy them. There'll be places set up around that people can buy them for a couple of weeks, and then that'll be it, and they'll be gone.
Well, another thing too that it's the summer is a time when we have violent thunderstorms with lightning and all that, and then our EMA director Donnie Ray does a fantastic job of keeping you informed. All you got to do, you go to my Facebook page, you can go to on his most of your phones. He'll have that information out there instantly. Like yesterday, we were looking at what was headed our way. And it ended up, it broke up a little bit, but it would look bad there for a while.
I'm glad it did. I was thinking, we're here.
The lightning strikes are you need to be careful. That's some bad stuff there.
Yeah. We got a 300-foot, lightning rod behind us back out here at our tower,
y'all experienced it before.
We just sit here, it's so much better with the new building, because when we built the new building after the fire, 11 years ago, 10 years ago now, this month, it's been 10 years this month that we moved into this building. Absolutely amazing. But we made the ground, so everything's grounded better than it was in the old building, so we don't get hurt as bad. But still, when lightning wants to get to you, it's going to get to you.
Well, that's another safety tip. But like I say, Donnie Ray does a good job of keeping us informed, and I appreciate that.
Okay, and water safety. Any major accidents you know of in the water so far this summer in any type of way? I hadn't heard Bob say anything. So
no, we other than Glenn County had two separate incidents with 3 people that drowned down there. I'm not sure exactly where, but right now we're telling you to be safe on that river. I mean, it's a dangerous river. It's swift. I know you get on sandbars, but you got to be careful. And we hope that everybody has a great summer, and we don't want to have to be down in the river looking for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Wear those life jackets. And we got loaner life jackets at the landings that we furnish. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That Rescue and myself and Safe Kids put these things down there at every public landing. At Lake Grace too. That if you don't have a life jacket, get one off our board. We prefer you put it back. That doesn't always happen, but if it's saving a kid's life, I don't care.
Okay, it's just a good idea if you're going to be on the boat. Have a life
jacket. That's what they're there for. If you forget one or don't bring it, get one of ours. We've got them there for you.
I didn't know that. That's great. That's a great service y'all do there.
Well, we Safe Kids did it before, and then it kind of fizzled out when Safe Kids, didn't have a sponsor. So Richard Johnson came to me, and we decided that we would sponsor. Of course, we got a couple of doctors at Wayne Memorial Hospital that helps us, as well as I bought a lot of the things personally too.
Mm-hmm. Do y'all see that crimes of passion, of anger, and all that go up during the summer because it's just so hot? The people just seem to
absolutely.
Yeah. So the best thing to do is you get angry, just go out there and get the hose and put it over your head and calm down.
We had, you know, a lot of disputes at our office. Our air conditioner was out a couple of days.
Oh, boy.
It was getting bad down there. People snapping at one another. I saw it personally.
We're spoiled, John. Remember growing up in Wayne County in the 60s, we didn't hardly have any air anywhere, you know.
That is true.
I mean, my first car didn't have air. The high school didn't have air except in the Votech building and so forth. And today we're spoiled.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. We can't get around it. We're just used to it, and I don't know what we'd do without it. But Sheriff John Carter, our special guest this morning here on the world famous Butch and Bob Show. We do appreciate you coming in the last minute like here to talk about, especially those two big stories on the bank robbery and the missing person. And we do appreciate you keeping us updated on all the stories just going on that y'all are involved with. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. All right. WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, world famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mybridge Ford in Blackshear, by Jessup Premium Stores out here on the Waycross Highway, by Parker Insurance and Realty located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup across from the Heritage Bank, and also brought to you by Drury Diesel, located in the service department of the old Chevrolet dealership in downtown, Jim Walker Chevrolet dealership in downtown Jessup. Time now.